Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss the 7th chapter of our class 8 NCERT textbook, that is Conservation of Plants and Animals. So in this chapter, first let's discuss what is deforestation. So by the name itself, deforestation, it means removal or cutting down of the trees in large scale and using that land for some other purpose. Like you can see nowadays, due to development or constructions of many buildings or industries and factories, many of the trees or forests are being cleared. The trees are being cut continuously so that they can use that land for some other purpose. So cutting down of the trees in large scale is known as deforestation. Now let's see some of the causes of deforestation. The causes of deforestation can be classified as natural causes or man-made causes. First, we will have a look on some of the natural causes of deforestation. First is forest fire. Forest fire can be natural forest fire or man-made forest fire. In the previous videos, we have discussed how naturally forest fire can take place. So, naturally, sometimes what happens, forest fire, especially in grasslands, you can say, when the temperature is very high during the daytime, the grasses which are dried gets very high temperature due to the sunlight, and as it reaches its ignition temperature, they spontaneously on their own catches fire. So this may lead to a huge forest fire, and due to main influences like maybe due to some electric short circuits in the electrical wires or many other purpose, forest fire can take place. Next is volcanic eruption. Whenever a volcano erupts, it gives out huge amount of hot lava, which when comes in contact with the plants can completely destroy or damage the trees and hence may lead to deforestation. Droughts. Droughts are that situation when due to lack of rainfall, the ground completely dries up and for several weeks or months there will be no rainfall, which may lead to drying up of all the existing plants and the land will be completely dried up. All the plants will start to die. This is known as drought. So this may also lead to deforestation as the plants will die in the absence of water. Next is tsunami. So some of the natural calamities we can say like tsunamis, hurricanes, storms, cyclones, earthquakes, such also lead to deforestation. Then landslides is another example. Landslide also may lead to uproot of many of the plants, which again leads to deforestation. Some of the man-made causes of deforestation are first and foremost urbanization or construction. So in urbanization or construction, the setting up of the cities, you can say, is actually known as urbanization, and for urbanization, construction processes of course will have to take place, like to build buildings for residents or for building buildings for shops, markets, then for offices, then factories, industries. For all that we need a huge amount of land, a large bigger land, so that construction process can take place. And from where we get this land, usually we go for cutting up of the trees or the mountains so that we can build our buildings or construction work we can do there. And again deforestation takes place here. Then also laying of the road. For laying the road, again we need a clear path. Again cutting of the trees will happen. Next is for timber and furniture. For the purpose of building or constructions, you can see also that we need this timber. Logs of wood, timber is required, and for the furniture purposes like chairs, benches, desk, sofa, bed, cupboards, all these also requires timber or wood, which again comes after cutting of the trees itself. Next will be paper industry. For the manufacture of papers also, many of the trees are being cut daily. Then the process of mining. Of course, for the process of mining, we have to dug out the soil, and to dug out the soil, all the trees on the top will have to be cut down so that we can get a clear area where mining can take place. Then agriculture. For the purpose of agriculture also, we have to clear the land first. So clearing of the land is deforestation. Especially you can see in many of the hilly areas, they go for shifting cultivation or jhum cultivation, also called as jhum kheti. So for that, what they do, the entire mountainous terrace, what they do is they burn out all the trees or plants there, and then they use that land for their cultivation. Again, in the plain areas also, for a bigger cultivation or agriculture, of course they have to cut down the trees and then do the agriculture there, and this leads to deforestation. So these are some of the causes of deforestation, natural causes as well as man-made causes. So now we will see what are the harsh effects caused by this deforestation upon everyone. So here I have listed some of the effects or consequences of deforestation. First is increase in the level of CO2. CO2 means carbon dioxide. So you see, children, carbon dioxide is a gas which is exhaled or released by the animals, and they are inhaled or taken up by the plants for the process of photosynthesis. To prepare their food, plants take up all the carbon dioxide inhaled by us. Now, if we cut down the trees, of course there will be lesser trees to use this carbon dioxide, and slowly the level of carbon dioxide increases, which is a very big problem for us. Why it is a very big problem for us? Increase in temperature or global warming. Global warming, what is it? Global warming is actually the average increase in the temperature of the Earth's atmosphere, and this has several harsh consequences. So here I have written increase in carbon dioxide level. This carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas. Greenhouse gas means it has the high capacity of retaining the heat. They capture the heat of the sunlight and they doesn't let it go out of the atmosphere. More the carbon dioxide molecules, more heat will be retained, and if more heat will be retained inside the atmosphere, the temperature will increase, and this will lead to global warming, which again has different or many other harsh effects on the earth itself or the environment. Like if the temperature of the earth increases, this will lead to the melting of all the glaciers. If the glaciers melt, the sea water level again will increase, and this will lead to the submerge all the nearby islands or land surfaces. So this is again, these two are related. Increase in carbon dioxide will again lead to increase in temperature, and as I have mentioned, carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas, so it also leads to pollution. Okay, many of the trees cut down, they lead to the increase in the amount of carbon dioxide gas, which again leads to pollution. Next is soil erosion and desertification. You see, plants, you can also observe that plants have their roots deep under the ground and they hold the soil. If no plants will be there, there will be nothing to hold or keep hold of the soil. So this will lead to soil erosion. If a heavy rainfall takes place, then all the topmost fertile soil will be taken away with the water, and it will lead to soil erosion. What is soil erosion? Soil erosion is the removal of the top fertile layer. It's known as soil erosion. Again, if the topmost fertile layer is taken away by the water, then the plants will not grow in that soil properly. If the fertile layer is removed, the less fertile or rocky, arid land under will be exposed, and no plants can grow there properly, as it will not have humus or much nutrients in it, and also no fertility will be there. So slowly that land, due to no humus or nutrients or minerals, no plants will be there. Ultimately it will lead to the desertification. Desertification means the process of formation of deserts. So ultimately no trees are there, that land will slowly become a barren land, and ultimately it may give rise to the process of desertification. Next is floods. You see, as I have said, in the soil erosion, the plants hold the roots. The roots hold the soil together. If there will be no plants, then holding of the soil will not be there, and of course the soil will slowly lose its water holding capacity. As the topmost fertile layer is removed, the soil, less fertile soil inside or under that, will be not having enough water holding capacity. As that soil will be dry, it will not have enough water holding capacity, and again that will lead to flood. As you see, the plants hold the water, which leads to the absorption of water into or under the ground. If no absorption capacity is there, the water will not be absorbed under the ground. It will stay on the top, and it may lead to floods. Next is change in rainfall pattern, which may again lead to drought. So if there are no plants, I hope that you remember that plants perform the process of transpiration. Plants have a huge role in the water cycle by the process of transpiration and water holding capacity of the soil. So if plants will not be there, transpiration process will be disrupted, which again disturb the water cycle. It will change the pattern. If water cycle is disturbed, then the pattern of rainfall will be disturbed, and in some area huge rainfall will be there, which will lead to flood, while in some area no rainfall will be there, which will lead to drought. So next point is groundwater level also get lowered. As I have already mentioned, the water holding capacity and also the water absorption capacity of the soil will be decreased, which will lead to groundwater level getting depleted or lowered. Next will be destruction of habitat. You must have seen that whenever you go near a forest or you go inside a forest, there will be numerous or various creatures present there. Different types of plants will be there, as well as animals. You can see small insects as well as huge animals living in the forest. When we will cut down the trees, where will they go? Their home will be destructed, and ultimately it will have a harsh effect on them, and this may lead to many of the animals' death also. So destruction of habitat. Habitat is the area where an organism lives. For example, lions and tigers are mostly found in the grassland. So grassland is their habitat. Fishes found in the fresh water will be their habitat. Then animals like, you can say, monkeys, they live in the forest. So forest will be their habitat. So if you will cut it down, then they will have no home to stay, and without home, ultimately they will be exposed to several dangers and it may lead to their death also. Landslides. If there will be no trees, nothing will be there to keep hold of the soil. Then if heavy rainfall takes place, all the soil will ultimately give rise to landslides. So these are some of the causes of deforestation as well as some of the effects and consequences of deforestation. In the next video, we are going to see the further topics. Thank you.